The girl found herself with a bell in her head because every time she wants a toy, with my mother saying she didn't have any money, that bell will ring in my mind on time. At first she didn't understand the meaning of the bell until you grow up, and she realized the ringtone seems to help me detect lies on the principle of not wanting to waste. Years later, she wanted to use it to be a prosecutor of justice, but he is not the material of study. Just in the nick of time, a classmate who knows him well want to know if your boyfriend's vows are true. Ella didn't bother to help at first until the other side of the high offer, and she realized there may be another way to live your life. So after a short period of accumulation, a coffee shop of my own has opened despite the appearance of selling coffee, but only a few people know. There's a hidden room in here. Wait until you know what your employer wants. She would travel to her destination under a false identity because while Ella can spot a lie, but only to the sound of my own ears. This is a pan of the camera. He is now as the sister of my employer next to the target at the suggestion of the employer, Ella, sitting across the table, and immediately began his own questions. The man that faces this problem is unavoidable, a bit awkward, until the employer says he wants to know, too. It was the man who expressed satisfaction. Although men don't know what Ella's talking about, but one side of the rich woman has been happy to bloom. And look at the strange sight before me. The man became curious about Ella's identity, that he and his girlfriend are really sisters. Why doesn't it look like anything? But this inspired Ella again to see what the man next to me really thinks. The employer explained that the younger sister had been straighter since childhood. He's only asking because he's worried about himself. Why don't you just give him what he wants? And there's no hiding from what you see. A man can only calm down a little and solemnly begin to answer the questions. At this time, the rich woman will finally hang down the heart. She then asked her boyfriend when the wedding would be. He says he's old. Be sure to choose something simple, but with the appearance of a person. The mood at the dinner was suddenly reversed. The two of them froze at the same time, but Ella questioned the man again. Haven't we met this maid before? I don't know if it's out of guilt. Then the red wine fell from the maid's hand. The man who saw this rushed forward at once. Wait till you come to your senses, to explain that he was a little too nervous. But just as the maid was about to bend over, see each other, unconsciously clutching her stomach, Ella asked again. I saw my plan to marry into a rich family come to naught. The man tried to throw the dirty water on Ella, but while he was swearing and hitting Ella, was stopped by a waiting driver.